Hey, this is Tom Lieber with Homewood Real Estate's Full Sale Team, and this is a rundown of the 2022 year-end real estate market data for the Heights and Central Tampa neighborhoods, and what we might expect in 2023. We can all agree that most of 2022 is a crazy year for real estate in our community. Home prices appreciated over 20% year over year in most neighborhoods. The median home price sold last month was $335,000 compared to $428,000 for the Tampa metro area in general. Homes in Central Tampa sold at a price point of about $271 a square foot last month. This was significantly lower than prior months, and it took a bit of digging to try to understand what happened to housing prices during the third quarter. As this line graph shows, there were very little inventory available at the beginning of the year. The number of homes listed and sold started to taper off around July, from around 100 homes a month sold to about 50 homes a month. Note that the number of sold equates over time to right around the number of listed during most of the year. But at the latter part of the year, the excess in inventory is now getting slower to move. Days on market is back just under the 30-day mark, which is still fairly low for a normal market. So what's causing this recent slowdown in the market? Well, there are two obvious factors that I can see. First, 2022 is probably the first time in 2 years that parents sent their kids back to school full-time. During the pandemic shutdown, it was actually easier to sell and move kids while they were still homeschooled. The other elephant in the room was the mortgage interest rates moving from the mid 3% to around 7%. This had an enormous impact on the bottom line and monthly payments that most people could afford, and basically what they could get for the price of financing. Note that at the beginning of the interest rate increase, the average dollar per square foot stayed pretty much flat. When interest rates were between 3 and 5% throughout most of the summer, it seemed to have very little impact on the home sales or prices. Once the rates started to spike around 7% in November, it had a noticeable impact on sales volume and price. Has anybody noticed the drop in interest rates since then? Lenders set rates based upon supply and demand, just as homeowners set prices based on those same factors. It'll be interesting to see if the mortgage rates continue to climb in the early 2023, or if this is an indicator of the ceiling of interest rate increases. So what does all this mean for 2023? Let me start by saying that I'm not an economist nor a fortune teller. What I can say is that unlike 2008, the economy is much stronger, there's much less unemployment, and there's much less housing inventory. And inflation seems to be leveling off. Home prices also seem to be leveling off too, compared to the 20 to 25% appreciation rates we saw over the last 2 years. There's still only a little over 3 months of inventory available in this market. Remember, 5 to 6 months of inventory is a neutral market, and anything less is still a seller's market. So in short, I'm anticipating that the housing market activity to return to somewhat normal pre-pandemic levels and the prices over the next year. I do anticipate that the typical seasonal sales cycle will begin to return with an increased pace of listings in the spring and a steady flow of sales throughout the summer. If you'd like to see a report breaking down the specific data for your neighborhood, click on the button below. There you'll find real estate statistics for your specific neighborhood in Central Tampa. If you have any questions about the information you receive, or if you have any questions about real estate in our community in general, please feel free to reach out to me directly at area code 813-420-9963 or sign up for a free valuation generated specifically for your home. Thank you for your time today. My name is Tom Lieber with Homewood Real Estate, Full Sale Team. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you around the neighborhood.